here with all the people who is uh, getting the connection at this moment. Meanwhile, we will explain some topics related with our institution. Um, yes, Anthony, you are in the right place. Very well. Um, First of all, I am one of the instructor here in our institution. Um, we form part of a international institution. It has its headquarters in Venezuela, South America, and we are present in all the American continent, North, Central, and South America, and Europe, of course, as well. um, Here in Ireland, we are legally we have a legal representation. It's called Gnostic Ireland Association. Um, so basically, our headquarter it is in Bluebell. That is Dublin 12, and we have present there since. I think this October we will have 2 years there. So now we are starting with a new process, maybe we can say in that sense, or development of the spread the Gnostic knowledge, and that basically it is our main purpose. Spread the Gnostic knowledge, try to reach all the people here in Ireland. And the idea is towards these kind of activities, public lectures, these public lectures, we will maintain it monthly. We will try to do at least 2 or 3 a month, and we will have different kind of instructor and different topics as well. We have interesting branches related with ladies in our institution, and they will explain all the women, all the topics related with them. So that is why we are excited, because we have a lot of interesting topic to share with all of you, and that's the idea. We have a presence in Bluebell as with the in-person courses. We will start the next month in September. The new courses, in-person courses. There are 23 lectures, all for free. And as well, we have a group of people in Lisna, Northern Ireland, just crossing the border, close to Enniskillen, I think it's called the place. Actually, I noticed that Anthony is connected, so welcome, Anthony. Leandro, thank you, Leandro. Welcome to the activity as well. Um, so, the online activities will be public lectures and esoteric and physical exercise. So we will streaming or broadcasting those exercise. We will confirm which day during the week. At the beginning, I think it's going to be on Saturday at morning, maybe, I don't know, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., something like that. And we will have a workshop of meditation in person in our headquarters in Bluebell. So we have a lot of activities and a lot of knowledge talk with all of you. So that is why we are really excited. For us, as and now as an introduction of the lecture, the Gnostic knowledge, it's nothing new in this time. Basically, the Gnostic knowledge is not a new knowledge, something different. So basically, the Gnostic knowledge, it is the same that all the ancient culture they already have. I mean, for example, this is only an example. In Asia, that culture, the Hindu culture, they learn and basically reach a level of perfection related with breathing. So for them it is a science, and now at this time for us it is as well a science. So we recognize and realize how important it is, the science of breathing. So at this moment, it doesn't matter which ancient culture teach a science, different kind of science. We are using this example of reading. The important thing it is that the Gnostic knowledge use and perform that knowledge, and uh, basically we perform it today in our daily life, basically. So the Gnostic knowledge is not related with theories, dogmas, or concept. The Gnostic knowledge is more related with the science, in the sense of trying to get the experience related with any practice or any kind of knowledge, if we can use that sentence. Um, so as the Gnostic knowledge is nothing new, now we use and synthesize. Maybe we can use the word the essence of any kind or any type of knowledge that during the or across the centuries, all the sages, wisest men, and prophet and Christify, that they came to spread the knowledge. Basically, now as a Gnostic studies, we use all those riches and highest knowledge. So this topic related that we will discuss today is really important, because sometimes we get overwhelmed in different kind of situations or event in our daily life, and sometimes came across different kind of reactions, and we get sometimes a little bit confused how come sometimes I'm reacting in that sense, in that way. So um, first of all, as or all those knowledge that we were mentioned about the ancient culture, the serpent cultures like in Egypt, Mayans, Greeks. There's a lot of cultures that they studied the sky. So it's not new for us that the influences of the stars are quite knowable by the scientists. For example, the most common example that we can use it is the moon. The moon the influences of the moon is quite interesting to realize because its work in the waters, and it has a quite relationship between those phases of the moon. I mean, 28 days a month, as same as the cycle of woman. That is why even the woman called the air with the moon, because it has the same cycle. But it's not only in the physical body of the woman; it is in the entire planet, the influence of the moon. So that it is one of the most direct influences that we can realize quite easily. I remember a few weeks ago, I was coming back from Northern Ireland. We were in activity over there with Anthony, Marty, and Sean, and all the guys over there. And suddenly, my teammate asked me to stop the car, and it's a marvelous picture landscape related with the aurora borealis. So, and we took some pictures, and after we realized that it was an event, a cosmic event, a sun event related with that kind of a magnetism that spread, or it's like lava or something like that, that the sun sent to the cosmos. And so it's interesting mention this topic related with the influence of the stars with the cosmos towards the entire planet. So it's normal to understand that those influences the the humankind receive it as well. So um, we will move now to the next. Oops, here I need to move this a little bit. Okay, yeah, we are okay. So here we will start with the first explanation related with the age of Aquarius. That now this is part of the um, um, with the lecture. So when it starts, the age of Aquarius started the 4th of February 1962. Um, at that time, the scientists noticed that all the planets of the solar system align, and our masters mention and teach us that it was the welcoming that the entirely solar planets of the solar system um, given or receiving the new age of Aquarius. So it was a cosmic event. Um, Now is more easily to get those kind of record, for example, a newspaper or something like that mention, because as it was a cosmic event, the scientists mention a lot of theories. For example, one of the theories mentioned that as the planet Earth is not in direct connection with the sun because of the other planets are in between, in the middle, the planet Earth is going to basically get out of the orbit. uh, those kind of a things it's mentioned in the newspapers of that time. So it is a cosmic event. So if you want to find more information, there's a lot of things to um, read. So here we have the first main thing to mention related with the age of Aquarius, and it is that this sun, our sun, that brightness or give us their rays every day. It's called in esotericism Or's sun. So this sun that every day shine for us, basically it has a cycle around the central solar of the galaxy. The name of the central soul of the galaxy is Sirius. So this sun, I mean, our solar system, the sun that brightens us every day, it takes 25,968 earthly years to get a completely around the central sun of the galaxy, that it is Sirius. So that it is time that an entirely race basically develop their entirely time. It's important to mention that we are the fifth race of the planet. The life of each planet in the universe, it's composed by 7 races, so we still have 2 more. And so we are living a special moment in the human history, because this time, I mean, all the cycle that the Earth, Sun, the planet Earth get around the central sun of the galaxy, we will divide it in 4 seasons or ages. The Gold Ages, Silver Age, the Copper Age, and the Iron Age. This 4 seasons or 4 ages, it is the same as the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And it is the same because each time when a race it is basically getting the experience having physical bodies, it has a golden age. The golden age, it is when the mankind reach the highest level of purity, of perfection, of knowledge. So, for example, we can mention the Egyptian culture. The rulers or governors, they were priests at the same time. So there's all the economical, if we can use that word, the economical system, the social system, it's more related with a kind of a superior um, um, how can I explain this? Like God with a living human expression in the third dimension part, something like that. So that is why those kind of cultures, they develop a lot of knowledge that today we have as inherit for the humankind. So we have the golden age, that it is the best of the race, but suddenly that is part of the normal process. That level started to fall down, and in the silver age, there's still some kind of a mysteries or values, and the humankind is not so degenerated. Sadly, in the Copper Age, started the process of. Actually, we will start it in the next slide. The Copper Age is related with and start with the first part of the degeneration, and the system here it's more is spread around the world, but basically, and the degeneration of each of those cultures, it's each time more and more. It's increasing quite rapidly. Um, and now in the Iron Age, basically we are right now in the Iron Age. Here we have the worst of the humankind. It's time for bed. It's time to bed. So that Iron Age here, we can mention a lot of things. And for us as a Gnostic institute, it's not important to put any kind of image related with the degeneration of this humankind, because we see daily genocide, for example, in this moment, quite close to here in the Middle East, for example, is one of the most clearly example of that. All the contamination around the world. I mean, the Pachamama, the Mother Earth, is being destroyed by the humankind. All the things related with brutality, contaminations, and all the worst of the humankind is developed here in the Iron Age. So, for us as a Gnostic knowledge, it's more important to be more related with which one are the aspect of the Age of Aquarius, with the main purpose to try to develop which one are the influences of the Age of Aquarius. So to understand what is going on here, we need to explain these topics. And first of all, we need to realize and recognize that everything in creation is made up of cycles. And this is the best example: second, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, um, decades, centuries, epochs, millennia, etc. All those examples, I mean, it's like a spiral. Each time is more and more and more and more huge. So, as a physical body, it has time. I mean, years of life. Maybe, I don't know, 300 years. We will be optimistic. 300 years, a physical body, which means 300 years in the entire universe. It's basically nothing. The scientists these days, they do not know anything about the real history of the planet, and each time they get more confused about that. But the Gnostic knowledge, the point of view of the Gnostic knowledge, it is that as same as the humankind, the planet, it has their own cycle as well. And that cycle of the planet, it's made by 7 races. We are in the 5th one. So there is a plan still running at this moment, and the Gnostic knowledge has all the details related with that plan. And if the person choose that option, each one of us can be part of that um plan. So this hermetic precept related as above is so below. It's interesting to study because which mean an atom or a molecule in our kidneys or in our liver or I don't know, lungs or in the brain. If we compare the physical body as the entire universe, did you see that image related with the planets? Planet Earth, the sun, and more and more and more huge. And at the end, the planet Earth is like nothing. So there is an objective of live the life. I mean, it's not a product of casuality. The humankind, it has a purpose, and the Gnostic knowledge, it has all the details related with develop all the powers that are enclosed in this physical body. And it's important, first of all, realize which one are the influences of the cosmos. So the first definition that we will study here, it is that all start in Aquarius. So as it's a cycle, everything is ended in Aquarius and start in Aquarius. So at this moment, we will discuss which one are the influences of the age of Aquarius. And here we have light, movement, it has the element air, cooperation, living in harmony. It's the same as get together, or in Spanish we use a word that it is convivencia. If we translate convivence, maybe it doesn't sound too much uh, convivence at all, but basically it's living in harmony with all your neighbors. And but not only living in harmony, the convivence or convivencia, it's more related with the group of people who show you what you are in reality. Basically, I mean, it has a living together. It has friction, so that friction is a polishment for each one of us in the sense of our personality, because living with others we can see as a mirror what we are, because outside of us we can see in others what we have inside of us. It is the era of the intuition, the age of the intuition. So here we can compare that the Pisces is what rules the entire world right now, because it's related with the dark ages, with the system. And the element, it is water, that is related with the emotions. It's not cooperation, it is egoism or egotistical things. And it's not living in harmony or convivencia. It's related the Italian law. It means that what you done to against me, I'm allowed to give you the same back. And it is the age of the reasoning. And this it is the huge difference between the Aquarius age and the Pisces age, that the intuition is related with the heart and the reasoning is related with the mind. So in the Pisces age, we have all the concept, theories, dogmas, and all the thing that it is related with the mind. But in the Aquarius age, it is heart, it is intuition, it's feel, and that feeling we need to develop. It doesn't come by free. We need to work to get it, and it's quite expensive because it's a way that we need to walk, and where there's no way to walk, basically we are opening the way. And those are basically the techniques that the Gnostic knowledge teach us, how to realize and recognize and get differentiation between these two aspects. Because at this moment, we are in the Aquarius age, but our psyche is sadly still stuck in the Pisces age. Because, for example, the system here we have the educational system, the social system, medical system, um, and so on. And for example, this is a good one related with the medical system. If we have a headache, and for us, or in this example, the person think that getting a pill it is the solution, that it is part of the system. I mean, or the fever, for example, it is another good example. The fever, it is a reaction of the body mentioned that something is not working well, and it's like an alarm, like something is not going well, and we think that the fever is wrong, is bad for our body, and we try to uh, sort out the fever getting pills. So each time when we get the painkiller, basically we are um, hidden maybe a symptom, and that could be dangerous for the physical body, because each time we are getting sick and with the pill we are hidden a major problem, maybe in our blood, in our kidneys, in our liver, and so on. So the medical system is related with that we basically give the responsibility to cure ourselves to another person. So basically, we pay to the doctor, and he isn't, or she isn't, the responsibility to cure us. And which one it is when we go to the practice of a doctor? Basically, he give us a prescription, and we get the pills. So basically, doctor, they do not nothing about us. So I'm trying to explain that each one of us knows very well what we have been doing in our life, and we cannot give that responsibility to others. Doesn't matter if it is a doctor or not, because sometimes, of course, we need to go to the hospital, because if we are ill, we need to get uh, the balance in our health again. So here there's no dogmas in this sense. I mean, if we need to go to the doctor, you must go. Otherwise, we will be fanaticism, and that it is part of the Pisces age. It's not Aquarius. So, um, um, let me check if there's some question. Right, no question. So, the Aquarian Age is the age of the revolution of the consciousness. There's the influences of the Aquarian Age, and here we can see clearly that there is a huge difference between the influences that are ruling right now in the entire world with the um, Pisces influences. Um, and if we compare with the Aquarius influences. So here we have another interesting topic to mention, and it is related why. Maybe we will use this one here. Why the humankind it's this time in the Iron Age is so mad, and one of those influences it's related with Uranus. Um, it's interesting because it's the only planet in the solar system whose axis of the poles is almost parallel to its orbit plane. So, thus, the positive pole faces the Sun for 42 years. I think here I have another slice. Yes, here we have another slice that is related with uh, this, this image is showing that how the pole is pointing the sun. So this occur each 42 years. So the important topic here is related with that each 42 years it's related with an influence more related in one case one pole with women, in another 42 years rules the pole related with men. So 42 years its influences uh, uh, directly to the sexual organs of the woman, and another 42 years it's their influences are quite directly with men. So that is why uh, a few years ago we saw how the feminism arise in the entirely world. So that started because of these influences of Uranus. So now we can understand how important are the influence of the stars, because if we don't have a psychic quite maybe we can use the word imbalance, we react and sadly we don't know why we are reacting, and it is because an influences, and sometimes that influences comes from the stars, the planets. So let me check this influences, when started to rule the other 42 years, create all the ecological disasters and wars, and all the values related with family basically are lost. Um, and again, I don't like use images related with all those kind of things. I mean, the worst of the humankind we can see daily. So I think it's not important pointing that topics, but it's important to explain that um, what it moves the entirely society. It is the sexual energy, and the Uranus planet rules the sexual organs. And here we can see how each 42 years, how the it moves that kind of influences, and the psyche in the human psyche. I mean, because when it's ruled 42 years towards men, um, all the war and the worst of the humankind is expressed. Um, so here we explain that the Aquarius age is the age of the revolution of the consciousness. But which means this? Which means the revolution of the consciousness? And the revolution of the consciousness, simple, it is a radical change. Radical change, it means it's not superficial. It means in the way of thinking, in the way of feeling, and the way of acting. And it's radical because uh, those three aspects are related with a psychological part that each one of us it has. So um, Gnostic knowledge at this time is giving us the opportunity to um, self um, to knowledge ourselves, to know what is going on within ourselves, what we really are, what it is, the main purpose of living the life. Self knowledge, know what I am in reality, is not a simple thing. In the sense of when we start the process of self awareness, self uh, um, to know what are those topics that basically works like an anchor in our life. Um, the Gnostic knowledge give us the tools and the techniques to realize and recognize how can I get that radical change. And here we need to mention the main topics related with those techniques and keys. Um, because it's not only as a definition, there's a process of develop the practices, and those practices are three main aspects. The first one, it is the vocalization or chanting, that the vocalization or chanting give us the harmony. I mean, Uh, Vocalization, it's when we pronounce the word, and when we do that, the matter, I mean the physical body, is vibrating. So each time when we chanting, that vibration is getting more subtle. That uh, subtilization, I don't know if maybe I'm invented that word. Uh, when we get more subtle in the vibrational vibrationally speaking, the harmony is more highest. So um, that vibration, the harmony, I mean, when at the moment when it's raising that vibration, I mean, it's more subtle. We feel more peace and um, it's like it's not happiness, because happiness sometimes we have a concept of that. It's like when you don't need anything because you have everything. At that moment when you are quiet, that it is a moment of peace, and the harmony can give us that kind of a sensation even if we are going through difficult situations. The other main practice, it is the meditation, and thanks to the meditation we reach the internal light, and with that internal light we can see clearly where we are walking. And remember, I mentioned this before, um, we are walking where is there no way. We are opening the way to walk, because that it is the esoterical path. And the other main topic is related with food. The food, here we have three main aspects with the food. The first one are the impressions. I mean, everything that we see, listen, smell, and taste. And the second one are breathing. The science of breathing. Remember the examples at the beginning of the lecture. And the third one, it is the food. And this it is an interesting topic, because thanks to the food, um, the rulers of the world, they are killing us. But happily here in Ireland we have a quite great quality of food and organic food, so there's no too bad at all here in Ireland. If we compare with other countries around the world, we are blessed basically. So here we have this is a paradise. This island, it is a paradise. We have a lot of water and quite good temperature during the year, and now it's sunny in summer. We have a lot of light, um, and if we compare in the Central Europe, for example, they are burned. So um, I think this island is magical as well. So we are blessed living here, and I think it's important to realize that. And I mention this because this place is not only beautiful, is special as well. So this is the lecture for today. There's a lot of things that we need to discuss and develop related with this same lecture. We will have more topic related with the age of Aquarius, because this is the first step in the ladder, the staircase. And we will discuss more topics as well related with the psychology, medicine, and well, tomorrow it's the moment for the meditation. And so we will see each other tomorrow at the same time, and the next week as well. So this lecture will be recorded in our YouTube channel, so that you can check it after if you wanted. Hope I hope that every one of you it has a great night, a nice rest, and hopefully see you soon. Um, that is lecture, and thank you very much, everyone. See you. Bye bye.